So welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast where various Black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various Black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G, and today we got B.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
And James will join us in a second. But so before we start, I just want to remind everybody, if you like what we do, make sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. We definitely appreciate it. We also want to shout out to some of the new listeners out there. We be seeing y'all, especially y'all from other countries and international. And I want to thank y'all for checking us out. Hopefully you stick with us as we grow and get better and get bigger. But beyond that, if you listen to this on YouTube, do me a favor, go ahead and definitely subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. You know, that definitely helps us out, helps us grow. Also, make sure to do us a favor and check out the Clips channel. Come on now. I know these podcasts can be pretty long. So do us a favor, just go to Fit the Description on YouTube and you can see small clips of this entire podcast. Also, we are on various different podcast platforms. You can check us out. We're there on Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, all kinds of different podcast platforms. So check us out there. Y'all out there on podcast land, just to let y'all know, y'all are at a delay. So if you want to hear the current episode, check us out on YouTube. We definitely appreciate y'all. We want to thank y'all. And beyond that, with me having such a hard time introducing this podcast today, and I don't know why I am, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. If B comes back, I'll ask him. But this is an interesting question that I heard. And since we're on the topic, I want to ask people, is sex work real work? And is sex work hard work?
I mean, I don't think I have ever applied for sex work, so I can't really answer that. But I'm pretty sure somebody who is in that industry would say it is real work and it is very hard.
Okay.
It's like acting. Is acting hard?
I don't think so. I mean, people always tell me acting, to be a great actor, you got to be a great liar. If you could lie, then you could be a great actor. So
same thing. To be a great sex worker, you got to be a great liar.
So then, okay, let me ask this, and then I'll go into the third question of this. Why would you say sex work is hard, and why do you say what makes it hard, in your opinion, or what you think or what you believe?
I mean, again, it isn't what I believe. There's all different types of scenarios in this situation, but you know, it's just like acting. You have to perform. You have to act. You have to, become you have to assume a new identity. The identity of whoever's paying you wants you to be. That takes a lot of work.
What about being somebody else makes it hard work?
What do you mean be? Didn't I just go through this? Just like acting, bro. Assuming a different personality, you have to become that person. The other person has to believe you're that person. If you're a terrible actor, they're not going to pay you.
I don't know about that one. I'm talking about when it pertains to sex.
Exactly. If you're a terrible actor, they're not going to pay you. You have to perform for them to be like, this is where I mean, especially if you want them to continue to come back.
Okay. I may agree with the continue to come back.
Yeah,
but
you have to be an amazing actor.
But perform in what way? As in, are you talking about sexual performance, or are you talking about personality?
You have to be whatever they want you to be. I mean, you keep it's so vague. You're just like, so.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to. I'm trying to figure out how to ask it. So okay, hold on. B's back. B's coming back, so I could ask him this question. All right. Hello.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sorry, guys. My phone died. What's the question? Real quick.
Okay. Here's the question. I mean, there's more to it, but me and James will take care of the rest. Is sex work real work, and is sex work hard work?
Sex work, real work, anything that she's making money, so it considered as work.
Okay.
Now, is it real work? No, not really, because sex is, you know, anyone can tell if their clothes is. No, I guess you could say the work comes in when it comes to advertisement and doing all that, and she actually put money into that and all that other stuff. I guess you can consider that as work, but is it a real job? Yes and no.
So,
huh?
Okay. Well, okay. So I'm gonna. I know you gotta go like very soon.
Mm-hmm.
But would you say it's hard work?
Hard work? No.
Okay.
It might be hard on their bodies if they, because, but no, it's not hard work.
So this is a question, and I'll just ask you this because I want to ask it to James because he was saying that it's hard work. So if it is hard work, or if you do believe it's hard work, can you categorize the level of difficulty of these aspects of it, as in being a porn star, amateur porn, cam girls, OnlyFans, basically prostitute, and strippers? Can you categorize that on the level of difficulty that you feel might be more difficult than the other?
Okay. So,
I'll put in the chat so you can
all right. Okay. So that'll make it easier.
Yeah.
Like another chat. Okay. So, so for porn stars, I actually watched a documentary on that. It can be tough, and exhausting, especially for. I mean, you had to. Well, of course, we know, shooting something, how many, all those takes that they got to take and all that other stuff. Yeah, it can be tough. Amateur porn, no, they're just having sex with it. And so just turn on the camera and just having sex. No. So, yeah, a rating.
Yeah, I mean, you could go through your reasoning and then just put them in order.
Okay. Cam girls, no. Once again, they're just putting on a camera, just jacking off and engaging with their audience. That's there's no work. OnlyFans. Now, I guess I could say, OnlyFans girls, they put a little more work when it comes to their advertising. Well, just because of social media is a lot larger than when cam girls were a big thing back then. But I still see a lot more girls promote their OnlyFans more than ever compared to cam girls when it comes to promoting their stuff. So prostitutes, they should have a pimp. So he's handling all the business and stuff like that. And she's just having sex. Now, of course, she says prostitute is a dangerous job. You don't know what type of person you're dealing with. So when it comes to danger level, yeah, that's very dangerous. But besides that, her pimp should be handling everything else. So, and stripper, once again, strippers, they come in. That's why, and they have the owner of the place to manage most of the stuff. All the girls gotta do is just do what they do and try to take your money out of your wallet. So the owner of that place should be handling all that other stuff. So they shouldn't, for the most part, they shouldn't have to be doing too much.
Yeah.
So porn star, being a porn star is probably the most difficult, just because of all the hours that they have to make sure all the angles and everything good to make sure they produce a good film or clip or whatever they're trying to do. Amateur porn is also, I'll say that's out of difficulty when it comes to sex work. I'll say porn is about an 8. Amateur porn, that's a 1. Like I said, most amateur porn is just someone.
I mean, just because I know you got to go, you already explained it. Just put it in order from 1 to 6. Like porn star.
Okay,
where does everything go? Yeah.
So, porn star is I'll give it 5. Amateur porn, I'm giving it 1.
Remember, okay, so 5 is most difficult, 1 is least difficult, right? Or it's 1.
Yeah, 5 is the most difficult.
Okay.
And being 1 is the least difficult.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Cam girls, I'll give a 2. OnlyFans, I'll say about the same thing. Prostitutes, no, I'll probably put it. It's the danger level of prostitute that's high. So no, that probably I'll actually put a prostitute at a 6 because of the danger level that they have to go through.
Okay.
And strippers, I'll say a 3 out of 6.
So it's porn stars, prostitutes, strippers, and then what else?
So I made prostitutes the hardest,
6.
Porn stars the second hardest.
5.
So I made prostitute 6 out of 6.
Okay.
Porn star 5 out of 6. Strippers 3 out of 6. Both can't and only fangirls 2 out of 6. And amateur porn 1 out of 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I would like to go in more detail, but I know you got to go to work. So again, man, B, I want to thank you for coming on. Do you want to shout out your social media before you head out?
Yes, you guys. Before I start my social media, I appreciate being on the podcast once again. I appreciate the conversation, Diggy and James, and my social media is Brandon D Vernon on everything. So you just had to type Brandon D Vernon, and I should pop up on the Google search. So, all right, you guys, you have a great day. See you guys on the panel. Talk to you guys another time, and peace out.
Peace. Go on. All right. So you heard the last one, man. Since you said it was difficult, I'll ask you the same thing. What do you feel in order out of the ones, if you're looking at the group message, at the chat, which one do you feel in order from 6 to 1 is the most difficult from the least difficult? And for what reasons?
Say that again.
Like if you heard from B, I'll ask you the same thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's hard work. Well, think about it like this. Is it hard work getting out of the bed and going to work every day?
Yes.
Okay, well there you have it. Done.
The last part to it is I put the category, if you look in the chat, for one
if just getting out of bed is hard enough, they're all difficult. There's no category. They're all pretty sucky. They're just sucky in different ways. And in some ways it's sucky. So, it is what it is.
What do you mean that they're sucky in different ways?
They're sucky in different ways. A prostitute doesn't have to worry about learning how to dance on a pole. They have to learn about dancing on a pole. Different poles.
Okay.
So yeah, they
What
have
about
different.
OnlyFans the cam girls?
Okay, they have to learn how to interact with a goddamn computer screen. At least prostitutes and porn stars, and they're interacting with actual people. You get to conversate, you get to communicate, you get the vibes, you get to bounce the vibes off you. All those other chicks are isolated into a room and staring at a screen, going, "What? Yep. What? What?"
What about amateur?
What about amateur? You're answering the question. You're talking about a bunch of professionals, and then you throw amateur in there. So I don't understand. That's somebody inspiring to be, you know, somebody who's professional. That's like you asking, well, what do you think about the baseball team? You go, okay, the baseball team. Well, what do you think about their minor league team? What the fuck? I don't know about those dudes. Hopefully, one day they can get to the big leagues.
Okay. You know what? I'll go ahead and answer it myself. Is sex work real work? I'm a firm believer. If it pays your bills and you can make money off of it, it's real work. It's that simple. You have a service, you offer a service. If somebody's willing to pay for the service, it's work. It's that simple. Is it hard work? In my personal opinion, it depends on how you perceive hard work. So, what I mean by that, like you said, is hard work getting out of bed and going to work. Like I said, simple answer, yes. I mean, anytime you got to get up and go to work, yeah. Do I really call that hard work? Just getting up, nah. But I get what you mean. That's a simple answer everybody has. That's the default answer. Every day you gotta get up and go to work. It's a hard day. Fair enough. I totally forgot because I wrote this up a week ago. There's a reason why I asked people to categorize it, because there's a point I had to it. But I would just say this. I would just go through kind of like you of like what I feel about it. I will say this, and I do agree, like with B, like I said, I also watch documentary and all that stuff. And I would say definitely being a porn star could be pretty hard. I think it's definitely could be difficult, because I understand like you got to be doing different positions. You got to smash in a specific way. There's all this extra stuff. You got to look good for the camera. There's a lot that goes in. There's a lot that goes into being a porn star. It's not just as simple as just, you just smashing. Like I would say amateur porn. Amateur porn, you just smash. Like you said, it is minor league. So I get what you're saying. You don't care about it. But, I mean, a lot of people don't ever get to the major. So, but I mean, yeah, amateur porn is just putting a camera up and just putting two bodies together. The cam girls, it could be difficult because if you, I mean, it's the same thing with live streaming. You gotta do it for a while keeping the audience entertained, which to me it's hard to do. Like can you imagine just looking at a camera all day and having to keep people entertained in what you do? Yeah, that's kind of difficult. OnlyFans, from my understanding, because there's a lot more promotion that comes with that, and you gotta do it all. Like you gotta build out your audience. I feel like it takes a lot of work to do OnlyFans. Prostitution, which I agree with B, I think out of all of them, it's the most dangerous one, because you don't know who you could be messing with. You can mess with anybody, and that can affect your health, your wealth, and your health and your well-being. Not well, can affect your health and your well-being. So that is, to me, out of all of them, it's probably the most dangerous one. And then lastly, when it comes to strippers, and like I tell people, just because you're a stripper does not make you a porn star. Does not mean you're doing porn. It depends on the strip club. But out of all of them, I would say stripping is definitely a lot of hard work, because, like I said, it's that pole. There's pole work. It's definitely there's definitely some effort in doing pole work. But I also feel like at the bottom, when it comes to prostitutes and strippers, you could be lenient on a lot of things. Well, yeah, I guess you could be lenient on everything if you're looking for a specific sector and trying to be very specific for people. But like I kind of agree with you. Like it's not appealing work, but in my personal opinion, it is work. And like I say, if you could pay your bills doing it, then it's real work. It's that simple to me. I don't overcomplicate it. Now, it's the moral kind of work, or it's the work that you may want to tell people. If you're comfortable with yourself, go right at it. But in my personal opinion, there's a reason why society kind of sours to it and tries to tell people not to go do it. But again, I agree. Hey, it's your life. You do what you want with it. But don't be mad at the consequences that come from it. There you go. So you remember when you were talking about the game not being at the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
You know he responded to it, right?
Mm-hmm. I do. I said it before he said it.
Yep. And let me just tell people real quick what it says is the game says the West Coast has a crab mentality after exclusion from Dr. Dre's Super Bowl halftime show. And this is what he said. He basically said, the real reason I wasn't on the Super Bowl halftime show, I'm not a safe artist. You don't know what the game's going to do when he gets up there. So it's just like, he's not safe. So they went with safe artists.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's another thing he said. The game rationalizes his opinion by mentioning that if it was a West Coast Super Bowl, then not only he should have been there, but YG should have also been there, and claimed the West Coast crab in a barrel mentality is holding them back from preventing artists to uplift each other like New York. This is his words. We on the West Coast are the only that have this crab in a barrel mentality where we want to keep niggas down. Snoop Dogg is an icon. Dre is an icon. M is an icon, but M is not from LA. 50's not from LA. I'm not taking away from the fact they were on the Super Bowl, but LA.
Basically, he's just saying that freaking the same thing I said in the podcast.
Yeah.
Those artists are amazing artists, and they're not taking anything away from them. But there's no way in hell if you're doing a show in LA with LA playing in the Super Bowl that you're going to have the audacity to put some dudes from the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, New York and Detroit and all these goofy places. Mary is not on the West Coast. Neither is 50. Neither is M. But the game is. Now, the YG part, I don't know. I've seen YG perform, and there's been a lot of times where bad stuff starts happening. So, yeah, I can see that. But I've seen the game perform, and nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, in the same token, yeah, that's pretty much what it is, what it's about.
Yeah, but I also do understand of the safe artist thing in a way where like you don't want people to do something that you don't want them to do. You want to have artists, you want to have artists that you can trust. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have personally liked to see the game there. It was kind of weird not seeing the game there personally, especially because like you said, it was a West Coast show. I know you have your issues with Kendrick Lamar. I think Kendrick Lamar had every right to be there. But I definitely think the game had a right to be there too. I do think that it is weird that you had 50 M and Mary J. Blige because they're not really West Coast. And you're right, it's a West Coast show. But I also understand you got advertisers, you got millions of dollars. You can't just let anybody up there doing what they want to do. Although an argument could be made that Snoop got up there and did what he wanted to do.
Exactly. He went up there and started smoking. Nobody was going to tell him what to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the West Coast is all about, the open defiance.
Dang, I like how you said that.
That's why I tell people, man, I ain't never going nowhere else. That LA hat just don't hit different. That LA hat don't feel the same somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the culture that I was brought up in. I was brought up in the culture in the West Coast situation. I was there when there was East Coast, West Coast beef. When a dude from New York couldn't check into the school. All right, all of that stuff was there. We West Coast. So for you to sit there and have a Super Bowl halftime show where you have, some of the most legendary, iconic West Coast people there, and then some dude from Detroit who, again, never take away from his,
legacy,
his accomplishments in the game, but it's a place, it's a time and place.
Yeah.
And this wasn't it. This was not the time or place for anybody to see that dude. It wasn't the time or place for Mary J. Blige to go out there and try to promote her new album. It wasn't the time or place for 50 Cent to play Batman or Dracula or whatever the hell he was trying to do with the little upside down bat I mean, like I said, it sucks, but what are you supposed to do? It's already over with. I voiced my opinion about this before. And I mean, there was a big argument on that podcast about it, just because, you guys were like, nah, that shit was dope. It was not dope. And I said that game should have had an issue with that before, because to me, he is the West Coast. I mean, he's not lying.
Yeah.
Granted, Snoop is the West Coast and Dre is the West Coast. Exhibit is I've named a gang of people that could have been on there.
But it's something like somebody told me. Well, not something somebody told me, something I read. Well, no, I think Keith said it. It wasn't what Keith said. It wasn't a West Coast show. Was it Keith? I think it was Keith. It wasn't a West Coast show. It was a Dr. Dre show.
What? Bro, you're high. It was a West Coast show.
But what I'm saying, all those artists that were there, all were involved with Dr. Dre.
Okay. And again, why wasn't the game there?
And I'll give you that one. I will give you that. It doesn't make any sense that the game was not there. Yes, absolutely.
But you got to think about it too. You said these are all people that that Dre was affiliated with or whatever like that, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What about Exhibit?
I'll give you one. I'll give you one that bothers me. What about Cube?
Nah. I mean, yeah, Cube and the West Side Connection, but they weren't really affiliated with Dre.
Yeah, they kind of no NWA.
Yeah, that's NWA, bro. That's too old school. All the people that you're mentioning now were with Dre. NWA was NWA.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
You're talking about Dre in his heyday when he had his company. He was doing his thing. Yeah. Chronic 2001 with Exhibit, getting down with Eminem and everybody else.
Yeah, but I mean, because even with that would be an argument for Eve being there.
With what?
Eve.
Did you say Eve?
Eve had an argument for being there.
Why?
Because she also worked with Dr. Dre. Even though I know she's more Rough Riders.
You're fucking high.
I'm not. No. Don't get it twisted.
You're fucking high.
No. Hold on, listen. Wait. I'm saying if it's a Dre show, not a West Coast show, Eve can have an argument for being there as a Dre show.
No, she couldn't. Eve was shut up. Everybody knows Eve is a DMX Rough Rider.
Yeah. So, but she also has tied to Aftermath too.
Yeah, no, bro.
I mean, if you
were gonna say anything, I would say Lady of Rage, but
yeah, of course, but she's full West Coast.
Exactly. Why in the this is a West Coast show.
I'm just saying if it was a Dre. I'm saying if it was a Dre show.
You might as well put Drake in there. Go ahead.
No, you can't put Drake there. You can't put Drake. Put like this. If you brought Mary J. Blige, you could actually have Eve too. That's all I'm saying.
Nobody wanted Mary J. Blige.
I didn't say anybody did.
Yes, you did.
I said if it's a Dre show, not a West Coast show. I said a Dre show.
It is the West Coast, bro.
I agree. But I just said that wasn't a West Coast show. That was a Dre show. Do I feel like it should have been a West Coast show? Yes. I'm not arguing that on any level. I would have loved to see the game there. Absolutely. Because he has every right to be there. Lady of Rage, I totally agree. There's no arguments. DJ Quick is a dude that I would love to see there. Absolutely. I even say Cube has the right to be there. If it was a West Coast show, E40 could have been out there going dumb. Unless we're talking about LA. If we're just talking about LA, then okay, fine.
You do understand I said all of it before. And I was met with nothing but argument from you guys.
Well, no, we're arguing the point that we said it wasn't really a West Coast show. It was more of a Dr. Dre show. That's what we're saying. And that's
No,
what the argument was.
But
We both agree,
when
but
the
we
Super
all
Bowl happened, you guys can look. You guys in podcast land, go back and check out that episode. I literally said all of these names because they kept saying, "Well, you if you don't want to have who had up there, then who would you have up there?" And I named literally all these people.
no, but what I'm saying, but this is what we were no, the argument was this is the base of our argument. It wasn't really a West Coast show. It was more of a
It
Dr.
was a
Dre
West Coast show.
No, I agree.
If it was a Dr. Dre show, then why the hell was it? Never mind, man.
Go ahead. No, say it.
No.
Say it.
Nah, man, you're crazy as hell. It's a Dr. Dre show. It wasn't a Dr. Dre show. Technically, it was a Jay-Z show.
Okay, wait. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. It was a Jay-Z production, and that made no goddamn sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree. Snoop should have ran that, if anything. Snoop or Dre should have really produced that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, don't get me wrong. I am in total agreement that it should have been a West Coast show. Absolutely. I'm not here. Like, it would have been cool, like to have the Death Row Source Award come out. That would have been tight. We have all those artists coming out the jail. Man, remember that one? The Source Awards Death Row?
Yeah, but that was old school, bro. I mean, you talking about the West Coast, but you trying to bring, honestly, I would tell you the truth. If you were going to have some, what they did, at least do kind of like a passing the torch kind of thing.
But who would they really have to pass the torch to?
Well, that's where your little goofy homie Kendrick Lamar would have.
Man, stop hating on Kendrick Lamar.
What do you mean? I'm not hating on me, goofy little dude. I don't like his music.
Man, okay, I'll be honest. This last album, fair enough. It was good though, but it was definitely different.
I don't like any of his music.
Wow.
You can wow all you want.
Wow.
I like none of his shit. Sorry. That's just how it is.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes back to the game said crab in the barrel mentality.
No, it doesn't. This goes back to my personal preference. I never said Kendrick Lamar. I just said I don't understand why on the stage when you got history, when you got West Coast history in here.
But you had any part of it.
If it was a passing the torch kind of situation, I could 100% be like,
well, they kind of did that at the BET Awards.
Dude, we ain't talking about the BET Awards, bro. We talking about the Super Bowl. If that's the case, nigga, I want to talk about my English teacher from 11th grade because that has nothing to do with shit either. Don't worry, I'll wait.
All I'm saying is Kendrick Lamar has a right to be there.
Kendrick Lamar does not have a right to be there.
Yes, he does.
Kendrick Lamar had just as much right as Eminem. You're right. What?
No,
yep,
I understand. Hey, it's totally, it's totally okay and within your right not to, on a personal level, like Kendrick Lamar, but to sit down and say he's not deserving of a place, nah, man.
Yeah, if you're passing the torch, definitely. But he's
not really. But the problem is Kendrick Lamar, and it had nothing to do with passing the torch. He's the guy now.
Passing the torch from the old school.
My point is,
you put Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, all those little dudes could be out there to represent.
They've already done that though. The torch has already been passed.
No, bro, they didn't do it on the Super Bowl, did they?
They did it before the Super Bowl.
Dude,
there's plenty of videos of them passing the torch. There's videos of the game passing the torch to Kendrick Lamar.
Oh my God, are you serious? So you mean to tell me that you can only do it once, right? No.
They've done it twice.
Oh shit, twice. They did it twice, bro. Not like all these rock stars who have been doing the same for 30, 40 years.
The point is, the point
game, you can only do it once, and that's it.
No, the point is Kendrick Lamar Kendrick Lamar is already now. He's the guy now.
Oh Jesus.
You act like the game is what he was. He's not. Game is not at the top of at the peak.
No. Why do you think I said they could have done a passing the
The
torch?
torch has already been passed.
You were high, bro.
How? Just because you don't like it does not mean the torch has
brother.
not been passed. The torch has
Bro,
already been passed.
My God.
It was
Ladies and
passed
gentlemen,
years ago.
G is just talking out of
No, I'm not. There's literally videos of them passing the torch. It's
Everybody
already been
keeps doing
done.
this shit
They
they
are the
doing.
guys now. They're the now. YG's the now. Kendrick's the now. Schoolboy Cool's my fault. The entire Black Hippie Squad is the now. TDE is the now. There is no passing the torch when it's already been passed.
Mhm.
They're the now.
Yeah, I bet.
They're happening now. They're at the prime now.
Isn't that what a passing the torch ceremony is?
It's already happened. That's my point.
That's great. What does that have to do with anything? You keep claiming that this shit has happened, right?
Because no, I'm not claiming it. I'm saying it has. There is no claiming when it has happened.
Really?
Factually, it happened.
Would they do it at again?
BET Awards.
Oh
and
my
it
God,
gave-
they did it at the nigger awards. Okay, cool. Did they do it on the grandest stage of them all, Super Bowl halftime show? No, they didn't. So whatever you're telling me is like, oh nigga, you should go to Food for Less instead of going to Rouse. Why would I do that?
Because you
Because
already went
it's
to Rouse.
Food for
Rouse has
Less.
already been done. You're
Bro.
going. If you want to talk about Path of Torch, you gotta find the next ones coming out after the Kindred era.
You are, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you talk to millennials, bro. It's just shit like this happens. Once you've done it, you can't ever do it again. Even
No,
though
it's already been done multiple times. What are you talking about?
Look here, we did it at the basketball halftime show over here, and then
But no, you act like you're just trying to discredit. Like it's not like they're not the guys now.
What does that have to do about anything?
Because the torch has already been passed.
The guys that were on that stage were guys that have been doing it for so long.
Exactly. And he had a guy that's doing it right now. He's the guy right now.
Okay, so basically you're telling me that you wouldn't have wanted him on that stage at all. Got you.
That's
No,
not what I
not
said.
true.
What I'm saying
Yeah,
is
it
there's
is.
no
Exactly
point
what
of
you just
doing
said,
past
because-
the torch when the torch has already
Why
been
not?
passed.
Why not? The torch
Because
has
it's
to
already
be
been
passed on
done.
the-
Yes.
When was the torch passed at the Super Bowl? Let me know. Give me the date so I can look it up.
No, you don't need to do it at Super Bowl because they're already established as the guys now.
When this okay, you do understand when you pass the torch, you were passing it to an established group of people, right?
Yeah,
You
or up
understand
and coming
that, right?
who are
So
becoming
no, you're not gonna
No,
fucking
forget.
the
Oh
up
my.
and coming fucking losers.
Hold on, I lost my headphones. Hold on. All right, come on. I'm down for this fucking argument. No. We're gonna have this out right now because now I'm getting mad.
You can do whatever you want to do, dog, but just make no
You
damn
can't pass the torch when the torch has already been passed, and the guys are the guys now. Kendrick is the guy now. The torch has been passed.
Kendrick is a
I
performer.
don't care what you think about him personally. He is the guy now.
No, he's really not. But
Yes,
you know,
he is.
you know,
Just
you can-
because you don't
hey,
like him
hey,
does not mean he's not the guy. Does not
well,
mean
I mean, that's exactly what I can do because it would be my prerogative to not like the guy.
I didn't say you gotta like him, but you gotta give him credit where credit's due.
What credit is that?
I'm just saying it's the same thing like with me and the Migos. I'm not a big fan of the Migos, but I get the credit as hip hop legends for what they did for hip hop.
Wow.
I don't have to listen to them,
Whoa.
but they are deserving of the
Say
title.
that? Did you just say that? Hip hop legends? Oh my God.
They have a right. They have a right to that title. I'm not a fan. I don't listen to music, but for what they're doing for this generation, hey, I don't. It ain't put like this. It ain't me to like. It's not
Ladies
me.
and gentlemen, did you just hear this guy?
It's
just
not
speak?
for
The
me
Migos
to-
and hip hop legends.
It's not for me to
Wow.
like, but it is what it is now. I
Whoa.
can't deny it.
Wow. Man.
Like
Okay. Well, I see where your taste in music.
I didn't say it's my taste.
Hip hop
I just gotta
legends
give
right
credit
there,
to credit
boy.
too. I don't listen to them.
Legends, boy.
I'm not like I don't listen. I'm not really a fan, but I'm not also not going to discredit the work that they've done
What's
and what they're
happening,
doing.
my boy? This is Hip Hop Legends right here. Migos. Walk it, like it, talk it, walk it, walk it, walk it, talk it.
All I'm saying is, it's not for me to like, but I can understand. It's not for me to like, but I can understand what
the next step he gonna say the Yin Yang Twins was the most lyrical artist he never heard. Hey,
that's not what I'm saying.
Hey, you might as well just said Hip Hop Legends and Migos. All right, don't get me wrong, I'll listen to that, but Hip Hop Legend, really?
not to like I said, not to me,
legend.
But to this new generation.
I
mean, to this new generation. I mean, like I said, I've talked to some of these young guys, and to the newer generation, yeah, they're looked upon as legends. I can't do nothing about it. That's about what I think. I'll give them credit.
Agree with it? Oh my God!
I thought about me agree with it. Should I give you the credit?
Agree with me every week on this podcast. You gonna sit there and have the audacity to try to sit there and say, "Oh yeah, but you know, Migos, hip hop legends." Man,
again, it's not for me to. It's not for me to like. It's not for me to like. But like I said, it's true what they say. Hip hop's a young man's game. It's not an old man's game.
Wow.
I don't have. It's not for me to like.
You do understand that's not true anymore either, right? Hip hop was a young man's game when hip hop was a young person's what's called music. But it's really not anymore.
Dude, what new artists do you really listen to?
You do understand that's why there's such a big argument right now. There's always been a new genre, but there's not one right now unless you want to count mumble bumble rap.
I agree. I think that's part of the problem.
That's why there's a big argument with it. And that's why people are saying, well, hip hop is young man's game. No, it's not. You stupid youngsters. Like rock, you know, saying heavy metal, all of those old school situations, there was always a new genre that came out.
Yeah.
So then the old people would have their music and then the young people would have their music.
Yeah.
Hip hop, on the other hand,
does not have that. I agree.
That's it. Hip hop is just hip hop.
Yes. And I agree. And I will agree that.
And now the younger people are recycling the music that the freaking the older generation used to listen to, and they're turning it into their own. Like they cannot stop sampling.
Yeah, and it's not as good as a lot of times not as good as original. I'll admit that.
So that one video of the chick that's listening to the song, and then her mom pulls up and listens to some other song, and then somebody else is listening to some older song, and it's all the same damn song. It's just hilarious. It's actually just that's just the reality of the situation now. So I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Complain.
Yeah, but who's gonna care? All the young people are gonna do is say, "You old people are complaining about what? We're the new generation. This is hip hop. It's young man's game." Really? Well, all you're doing is sampling old stuff. So what are you talking about? At least in other genres, they respect the heritage. They understand like where that music came from. But for some odd reason, hip hop is just not gonna do that. They're just gonna be like, these old dudes need to back off and leave us alone. We're doing our own thing. You're not doing it any justice.
All right, I could agree with that argument.
So why would we try to put but then yes, that's why there would be a bunch of passing the torch freaking ceremonies, because fools are like, why would we give any credit to these dudes? Well, you got to, because what else? What are the garbage you said? It was the Migos and stupid shit like that.
I cannot deny on how the younger generation perceives them. I don't have to feel that way. It's not for me to feel that way.
It is if you're the one spewing it out of your mouth talking about, I give the Migos respect for being hip hop legends.
I give them
NWA. You disrespect Dr. Dre. You just disrespect Snoop Dogg.
No, what I'm saying, how they perceive, because it doesn't matter, because I don't listen to them.
But instead, all the people you just disrespected by putting the Migos in there, bro. What the fuck wrong with you?
They didn't put them in the same category.
You said hip hop legend.
I said yes, to the new generation they are, and I can't deny that for how they perceive them.
No. New generation doesn't get no vote in hip hop legend, bruh.
Why is that?
They don't got no rights to it yet.
Okay.
If you had a little kid, man, and they wanted to drive a car, would you let them drive it?
All right, fair enough. All right, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. I will concede. I will take back my word. If that's what you're saying, do you feel that way? I could maybe agree with that.
It's not agreeing with it. I don't care what you agree with.
I know you don't care, but I know you got the
audacity to put the Migos in the same category.
I did not put them in the same category. I was just going by what younger generations have been saying, what they've been telling me. That's it. I can't do nothing about how the younger generation perceives them. Like I said, I don't personally listen to them and like their music, but I can respect what they achieved and how the younger generation.
I've listened to the younger generation's music, and I'll tell you one thing: they got some dope beats, and I give them.
The beats are legit. I love the beats.
What the hell they be saying, bro?
It's questionable.
Is yeah? I can't even really holler at you with that, bro. But I mean, you know, hip hop legends, the Migos. Shit,
again, for how they're perceived today, I can't.
They are some rappers that do some weird. Look, man, they walk it like they talk it. Okay. Dare you disgrace? Goddamn about your mind. I should tell E40 to come down here, smack the weebulation out of you. Bro, I don't give a fuck. I can't even say the Migos could go head up with the click.
I'll give you that. Wait a minute, what you said with the clips?
With the click, not the clips.
Oh, okay.
Still on this other East Coast shit, all right? I'm talking about the West Coast. Be about your paper.
Well, I mean, hip hop is not. It's not just West. I mean, hip hop is overall. So,
bro, you know what, dog? I tell you what, I'm gonna hang up, and you can call whatever homie you got that could handle this conversation with you on this podcast about East Coast. But that was not me, because I say fuck Jay-Z, fuck Nas. I don't like none of them. I don't like their music. I don't even like the album covers they was putting out, bro. So how about that? H to the Izzo, F to the Jizam. Some other shit too. I know he said some other shit in there.
All right, that's fine.
Bubba!
That's it.
You know what? The next podcast I'm gonna do is all Migos style. Hooky!
Oh man. Oh.
Umbuka! Sound like some fucking Africans walking down the street having a conversation about shit nobody cares about.
Let me just end it with this last.
Well, damn.
Let me end it with this final topic. This is last one. Game was saying we have out of the West Coast this crab in a barrel mentality. Is there some truth behind that?
Yeah.
How and why?
Well, some of these guys are getting on and not fucking backing their homies up. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, it was whoever the called Jay-Z, Dre, whatever. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was their call, but it was the fans that suffered. You know what I'm saying? All those that was up there still got paid, which is why after we had that conversation on the podcast, I kind of was like, whatever, I'm done with it. Because at the end of the day, I don't get no check out of this. What if somebody listens to this and they agree with me? Then what happens?
Fair enough.
Does this go viral and everybody starts talking about it, and then they redo it next year at the Super Bowl, and they have like, you know, the fucking West Coast really up there representing. They have Corrupt up there and Daz and the fucking Game and, you know, Sugar Free and DJ Quick, and they do, instead of playing the actual Super Bowl, they just have a whole halftime show for an hour and they just turn into a concert. Or is any of that gonna come out? No. So at the end of the day, like, it doesn't really matter. It just sucks because this was one opportunity the West Coast had to really, if I guarantee you, bro, if they fucking had a goddamn show in New York and the Giants were playing and East Coast had to represent, they would have had a Biggie hologram up there.
Yeah.
And Puffy would have been there, and Jay-Z would have been there, and they would have made an extra 10 minutes in the halftime show just because they had too many people up there that they had to pay homage. And even if they didn't have them up there, they would have paid homage to them in some way, shape, or form.
I mean, look what happened with Atlanta.
So yeah, this was our time to shine. This was, and then again, like you said, the new school, blah, blah, blah. That's why I keep saying Kendrick Lamar had nothing to do up there, because this wasn't a new school deal. This was a fucking old school West Coast deal.
Nah.
Niggas didn't even know what building they were standing on. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
I said it was a West Coast deal. I wish it would stop, you know, disrespecting Kendrick Lamar, saying he doesn't have a place up there. He has this.
Well, I wish y'all niggas would know why Tams was so significant, but y'all niggas don't. So I mean, fuck. I guess we all got something to feel bad about, right? Wish I stopped disrespecting Kendrick Lamar. Was that nigga your cousin? Fuck out of here.
All I'm saying is
music sucks, bro. But
that's
all I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, I disagree with all
disagree, whatever, nigga. You probably like the Magic School Bus too. Fuck, I care about that for. You give a fuck about that shit. They like, I don't give a damn. You probably like nigga Elmo.
I'm just saying, man. I'm one of those people that could give props where props are due, man.
Yeah, nigga. And some people think peanut butter tastes better pickle.
Whoever thinks like that, it's fucking
nigga, insane. You probably take Kevin Hart over Dave Chappelle.
Never. Never.
Well,
never.
There you have it.
Never.
There you have it. Never. Why? You know, there's plenty of people that will do that. You know, there's plenty of people that will do. Don't give a fuck about none of those people. I'm telling you, in my head, I think this nigga's music shit. Okay, you look through my album, nigga. I ain't not nothing Kendrick Lamar in it. I may listen to some of his songs sometimes. I don't know. There's that one. I think isn't that Kendrick Lamar? I'm a sinner. And probably gonna, isn't that Kendrick Lamar?
I was like, oh.
Is that motherfucking Kendrick? I don't know if it is or it isn't. But I'll give you that. I'll listen to that shit. But you talk about, oh yeah, this motherfucker hot, this motherfucker shit. You know what I'm saying? That's you crazy. I would pick Prince over that.
That's not really that's I don't know if that's kind of fair, but that's not even a fair comparison.
It is a fair comparison. That's what
you're talking about. Prince. No,
exactly. You know Prince how many people don't like Prince,
but you still, nah, man. Prince is not. Prince is. You can't compare Prince like Kendrick Lamar or anybody in hip hop. Prince is Prince. He has his own.
Look,
he has his own lane, man.
You can say what. Tell you right now, Kendrick Lamar on that stage needed to be replaced with somebody else.
Had a right to be there.
He did not.
He did.
He did not.
Absolutely did.
How many years in the okay, fuck this shit. You know what? You really want to go there? How many years in the game did Snoop have?
Okay.
How many years in the game Snoop got?
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
How many years he got?
I understand what you're saying.
How many years he got?
I understand
How many years Dre got?
I understand.
How many years Mary got?
Saying.
How many years M got? How many years is this motherfucker 50 got? How many does Kendrick Lamar have? 3, 4? That nigga's a baby, little infant.
Doesn't mean
how many years Exhibit got?
Like I said,
how many years the Game got?
It's not like he was headlining.
Doesn't matter what he was doing. There was niggas that could have.
It's the same thing in ATL when they had Travis Scott. Does he not have a place there?
Okay. Did you just say? See, we ain't talking about nowhere else but the West Coast. The West Coast has too much heritage to throw a motherfucker who could be potentially back in the future an amazing fucking person to put up there. Not right now.
It's not like he's headlining.
Oh my God. It's not like this nigga should have been a janitor, bro. He should have been the motherfucker that was cleaning up the fucking field to get ready for the damn people to come in, the football players to come back. That's what he should have done.
Like I said, man, I totally disagree.
Yeah, and you can. That's cool. It's your prerogative. Remember, it's my right. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? No one can tell me what to do. Baby, I'm doing you. You know what I'm saying? You can talk all that shit. Talk that talk. Well, these all these references I'm putting on this music. Talk that talk. Whoa, that whoa. All kind of shit. My bad. Go back to the Migos. Fuck out of here. They got the audacity to tell me some shit about niggas is fucking niggas is trash.
I'm not saying I agree. What I am saying is I cannot be mad with how they're perceived by the younger generation, because the younger generation are going to be the next one to write that history.
Stop before you get your new job, okay? You should whatever. All I can explain to you is that random drug testing is a real fucking thing, okay? So you should knock some of that shit off, all right?
I'm not saying I'm a fan. What I am saying how the younger, like I said, the younger generation is going to be the one writing the history.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we can't do nothing.
But they're not going to be writing the history because the younger generation can't spell. Unless the history books are turning into speaking text, nigga, we are pretty much done. That shit's all going to be Wikipedia. So, nigga, you can fucking feel about it however you want, nigga. You can take it however you want. But that shit is what it is, bro. Arms up. Oh, believe me. Forgive me. Cause I'm worries. Scoop. Yep, that's all I hear.
Like I said, I would still say Kendrick Lamar deserves to be on that stage.
Of course you would.
Like I said,
that's your fucking best friend. I hope that nigga's paying for this endorsement.
Like I said, I'm setting my ground on that one.
You stand your ground all you want. Didn't I talk about Zimmerman's punk ass earlier? You saw how that shit worked for him. Most hated nigga in fucking Florida.
Like I say, I don't know about you, but I never heard of Kendrick Lamar being hated.
Wow. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're closed circuit friendships.
No, that's what happens when you're talking to an older generation. Remember, we are still two different generations, man. And you're
thank goodness. I do definitely know that shit. Thank goodness. That's one thing that I do know.
Like I said, again, you're a Gen Xer, I'm a millennial. And all I'm gonna say is
you could be a fucking whatever the hell you want to be. You got a shitty taste in music.
What?
And look, man, to me, you like Kendrick Lamar, bro. I don't like none of that music. I told you one song that I thought he was playing, and you never even confirmed that was the right.
I can't understand what you were saying.
I gotta look it up. I'm pretty sure that's him. Things I don't understand. Sometimes I want to be alone.
Oh yeah.
Please don't kill my vibe. Please don't kill my vibe. Yeah. That nigga starts being weird. I can run energy from too. This nigga sound like a robot. He's like an alien robot. He's kind of fucked up. But there's a lot of dudes that dig him, man. So I ain't even trying to really, get in his shit like that. But yeah, that motherfucker weirdo. You know what I'm saying? All he need to do is get some Erykah Badu in him, and that motherfucker fucked up, bro. You see that nigga blowing bubbles on stage and weird shit. I'm telling you, bro. It's just sad.
Like I said, I agree. I will give you this much, man. I do agree that yes, that should have been West Coast, absolutely, and it wasn't what it should have been. I still think it was a great show, but I do understand the pain of that site, and it does suck.
You're not even old enough. That's why you don't understand the ramifications of what the fuck was done here. You came into it's just like the car show shit. Like you was here, but you wasn't really like here.
Oh yeah, I'll give you car show. Absolutely, yes, you're right.
And in the West Coast shit, you wasn't. It was here, but you wasn't here. You was not there yet. You know, so you can't really understand like the pride of the whole West Coast bullshit. And I mean, usually I'm a dude who's like, if it ain't about money, I don't really care about it. But I mean, that shit goes back to the heyday when shit was, you had to stand for something. Or you was gonna be a sucker in this game.
Well, hold on. No, I have West Coast pride. Don't get it twisted. But
oh, good lord, no, you
I
don't.
You what?
Like Kendrick Lamar, nigga.
What the fuck?
Damn shit, they talk about I got West Coast pride, nigga. No, you don't. I mean, you do, but you don't. You don't have like the old school shit. You ain't old enough to. Let me get a stack of old school niggas on here and see what they say.
One day.
You will have a panel of niggas who really know the West Coast from back in the day, and your ass will be sitting in a corner somewhere with a dunce cap on going, damn, what the fuck happened here?
One day, I have no problem with doing that. I don't know when we're going to do it, but we're going to have a bunch of Gen Xers with a bunch of millennials, and we're going to go at it about this West Coast thing.
You know, go at about shit. Y'all niggas, because you guys don't have enough firepower.
Huh?
You guys don't have enough firepower. What are y'all going to do? Rely on Kendrick Lamar? Well, because the last time we had this conversation, your ass was high as shit. You was like, no, Eminem is our guy, and Dr. Dre is our guy. And Snoop
well, he is because
like,
Kendrick Lamar is my generation. Like he's my age.
What I gotta do with that? Kendrick Lamar, yeah, definitely. You can have that motherfucker.
What I'm saying is like the Snoops, the Dre's, the Eazy-E's, E40s, those guys. We were raised under them.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
There you go.
The Snoops, those guys. Kendrick Lamar, it's our generation, so I can't really look up to Kendrick Lamar like I do those guys.
Motherfucker. You can 100% have him.
What I'm saying is it's different. It's different from growing up under something, and then being able to see something.
Yeah, whatever, dog.
It's different.
Yeah. Totally gonna buy that. Shit.
Like I said, I can't look up to Kendrick Lamar. I don't look up to him, but I am at an age where I could look up to the Dre's and the Snoops and guys like that. Man. That's why, they're our generation.
You straight out of a comic book, dog. Stick to comics, bro. This West Coast shit, man, is stop crip walking if you ain't a gangbanger. All right, that's all I gotta say.
Like I said, man. Again, we'll have that one day. We'll come with a panel. We'll come with that panel.
New school is over. I want my shit back.
We'll come with that panel.
I'm gonna ball. I'm gonna stay fly. Put my hood up high in the name of the streets. Hell yeah.
Again, like I said, man, you get your army ready, I'll get mine. And we'll have it. I don't know when.
I'll pick 6 random niggas off the street and they'll just demolish y'all, bro.
Oh, dude, we could do that. But we gotta get millennials and Gen Xers, so.
I don't give a fuck. I'll get some niggas from the 40s and they'll still be like, nah, these brothers tripping. This new school shit, they were talking about some weird shit, dog. And I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? I can't really, I ain't trying to argue with you or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I mean,
Like I said, man, I mean, hey, like I said, if this podcast gets bigger and we get more subscribers, more listeners, we will do that. We will have an older generation versus my generation. Where we're down, Gen Xers versus Millennials. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. We'll do a panel one day. And we will do Millennials going against Gen Xers.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I have no problem. I have no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have it.
I ain't a player. I hate it. I'm a player, so I fuck them both. In the name of the streets. Nigga, that's the ghetto Heisman if you didn't know. A little bit louder. Mm-hmm. Like I said, you can't handle the squad, bro.
You funny.
You can't handle the squad,
You
bro.
funny.
It's okay.
You funny.
You can't handle the squad.
You funny.
There's 1,000 eyes.
Like I said, you want to see
that you'll never be the P. Bump, bump. Damn.
Again, we're gonna do a fit the description versus. Well, may not fit the description. We're gonna do OPN versus Gen Xers versus Millennials.
Oh man, we could do that. I want everybody there though. We need to like literally have everybody there.
Mm-hmm. I'm down. Millennials versus. That's what we'll do. If we get big enough, we'll do an OPN versus Millennial versus Gen Xers. That's what we're gonna do.
Shit,
and we're gonna have this debate. We're gonna have this debate.
Because that'll be the fight for the ages. I'll be like, we need to be on everybody's platform, okay? Because I know damn well that everybody will find out once and for all that you guys are full of shit and just be stealing, okay?
I'm down. I'm down.
They be like, why these motherfuckers be stealing? I don't know. That's just what they do.
Okay.
They be stealing. All right, they be trying to steal. All right. And we ain't letting them have it this time. Recess is over. I want my shit back.
My fault. California has America's toughest gun laws, and they work. How true would you say that statement is?
I mean, well, okay, they do have the toughest gun laws, but I mean, do they work?
For the last 20, maybe even 25 years, except for the 2 years of the pandemic, which have increased homicides and suicides across the country. Our rates of firearm violence have trended downward, which is
funny because in the last couple of years they've actually laxed the fucking issues about gun laws.
Have they?
Yep.
Like I said, you know more about this than I do. Like I said, I just started getting into like guns in about 2020. So
yeah, no, they actually started laxing on gun laws. It's funny.
So here it says California rate of firearm mortality is among the lowest in the nation, with 8.5 gun deaths per 100,000 people in 2020, compared with 13.7 per 100,000 people and 14.2 per 100,000 in Texas. And Californians are about 25% less likely to die in mass shootings compared with residents of other states, according to the recent Public Policy Institute of California analysis. But my whole entire thing is, are they going for overall California? Or are they talking about certain areas? Because I wonder if you go into some of these areas, if that number is a lot higher than what they think, you know?
It's an average.
Something, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I don't know. Something about that, just what I've seen and talking to people, I mean, I don't know how much I believe they work. I don't know, man. Like just through my experience or what I've seen, I mean, I guess I will say things are way worse since 2020. I'll admit that. But I think I agree with you. Is do they really work? And I don't know. I wanna see more into it. There's more things I really want to look into. You know, I don't know. I have a couple more questions.
Mm.
I don't know. It's just it's rates of gun ownership are lower here in part because the bundle of state measured in the United States overall. It's on like 25 to 30% of individuals own guns. In California, it's about 15 to 18%. You got any last thoughts on this topic, man?
Not really.
Yeah. Oh no. I need more. I need more information. Something about that. I don't know, man. Thank y'all for checking out another episode of Fit the Description. We definitely appreciate it. Once again, I want to thank James and B for being on this podcast. I appreciate it. If you want to hear more from us, go ahead. Make sure to check us out on YouTube. Also, check out our clips channels, Fit the Description on YouTube. And as you know, we're on multiple podcast formats. Again, if you're listening to this on the podcast platforms, just know you're at a delay. Outside of that, again, I want to thank y'all for checking us out. We definitely appreciate it. Again, all links will be found down below. And beyond that, we'll see you on the next episode. And hopefully on the next episode, I won't be so tongue-tied starting and ending this podcast. But anyways, thanks. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.